It's time. It's time. It's Quizplex time. With your host, Zak Ralph.
What's up, everyone? Thank you, Mr. J, for those stellar introductions as always. As he said, my name is Zak Ralph, and you are watching the third edition of Quizplex. So thank you for joining us, whether you're joining us live or whether you're joining us on the replay. We really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. And yeah, welcome to Game 3 of our Wrestling Pub Trivia. And today we've got a bit of an international flavor to our game. Our guests are from different corners of the globe. We have Reese, we have Foul Original, and we have Cody. Guys, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, just jump on in. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me on. And we've got an international flavor this evening. And happy to be co-repping the UK.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Big fan of what all of you are doing over at Love Wrestling. Being a fan of Spencer's interviews back since the Win column days, and just everything you're putting out at the moment is great. So yeah, pleasure to be here.
Much appreciated, my friend. I'm going to be introducing you more, all three of you a little more at length. Get the audience a chance to know you. But before I do, there's actually a second game that's happening tonight. Of course, you will be participating in our Pub Trivia Wrestling Challenge. But for those at home, and actually if you guys want to play along with us who are joining us in the stream, of course, there's also a drinking game happening. You see, whenever my good friend Spencer Love happens to pop in, like he is doing with his dog JP, I'm putting him on the spot. Oh, yeah.
I'm getting attacked. I'm being attacked.
Every time Spencer joins us, you take a drink. And in fact, I'm going to add a new rule. If JP is with him, you take 2 drinks.
Hello, friends, as I attempt to distract myself from an overly happy puppy. Of course, as Zach alluded to, I am your friend, your host of many things here on Love Wrestling, Spencer Love. Thanks once again for tuning in for Quizplex. I know Zach already sang the praises of all of the great contestants we got today. So hopefully you'll have your producer, your eye in the sky, your unobservant but always watching eye here on Quizplex. I'm excited to be here. Thanks once again, Zach, for trusting me to produce.
I think we should also mention that Spencer is actually doing this fresh off of a blood donor's chair. We were during pre-show, he was heading home. He was in the geez, man, took us on a little tour of Alberta. From the blood chair to home.
The old Jeep Compass took you from the beautiful sights of 112th Street, Edmonton, Alberta, to 99th. That's all you got. But you know me, I'm biased for Canadian pro wrestling. Of course, I'm going to be biased for the streets of Alberta as well.
All the same, my friend. Thank you for producing the show. Thank you for keeping score. Hint, hint. This is going to be a fun night. So if you'll afford me the time, I'm going to introduce our contestants to our live and replay audience. So thank you, Spencer.
Of course.
And thank you, JP. Oh, I love that dog. So for those watching at home, our contestants today from Wales, he's a Twitch streamer, YouTuber, and valued content creator of the wrestling fandom, Reese on Wrestling. Reese, tell us all about your channel and content, man.
Oh yeah, thanks for that, Zach. So basically, all of that's kind of taking a bit of a backseat at the moment. I'm studying. I've got some exams coming up, so I'm not as active as I'd like to be. But I generally play the WWE games, do watch-alongs and retro reviews of old WCW shows, and just generally fooling around, making memes on Twitter. So a little bit of everything.
I understand that you're looking for a little bit of retribution from the last wrestling quiz show you were on as well. What happened?
So you can call me Mustafa Ali because I'm after retribution right now. So coming up to a year ago, actually, the night of WrestleMania 36, I was on Alex McCarthy's radio show. He does a quiz. Inches from winning and fell at the last hurdle, the tiebreaker, got it wrong, lost the whole thing. So yeah, come in for the Quizplex tonight to make up for it.
We all love a redemption story, and could this be your night? The next person needs very little to no introduction. He is an absolute pillar of the wrestling community, a brilliant content creator, interviewer, and one of the most supportive forces I've ever met on the World Wide Web. Foul Original, welcome to the show, dude.
Thanks, Zach. Thank you. So I'm Foul Original. Some of you may know me, I guess. Thank you for that. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at foul_original. I'm on YouTube as well. I'm a content creator, I guess. I make loads of different things, all kind of related to wrestling. I've been making mashups, stuff like that. The YouTube channel, there's documentaries. I have a weekly show which happens every week where I just gab about wrestling. That's called the Weekly Wrestling Recap. That happens every Wednesday live on YouTube, 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. UK time. Gotta get my plug in. But yeah, it's really fun to be on this show. I love these kind of concepts, and I know that Zach has put a lot of work into this and all the stuff that he does, and it's just fantastic, dude. It's fantastic to be on this. I'm honored to be on here in the middle of the bloody night. Seriously, I would come on at any time. It's great. Thank you.
It's great to have you, man. And rounding out our contestants from here, our home and native land, Canada, he's the co-host of Spooked, an improv comedy podcast from the Sonar Network. And he also introduced himself to me very recently as his life is wrestling and wrestling is his life. Cody, welcome to the show, dude. Tell us all about Spooked.
Oh, yeah. It's the improvised scary story podcast where it's never scary and sometimes a story. We get all kinds of comedians and all that on. We had a couple wrestlers too, like Santino Marella and RJ City on, some funny folks. And then, yeah, I'm a huge wrestling fan. Got this Braun Strowman mask. Please don't bully me and cover me in slime. Happy to be here.
Luckily, this is an the game show. There's no slime involved in the production of this show yet. But if Spencer and I have our way in the coming weeks, you never know if this show takes off. Spencer's giving us the thumbs up from off screen.
Is that what that bucket is above my door? I was wondering what that was all about.
Yeah, man. If you just tread lightly,
Just the amount of production to go to each of our houses to pour slime on us. It's impressive.
If you get your answers correct, I'll tell you how to deactivate the kill switch. And with that, gentlemen, we are going to jump into the very first round of Quizplex. Hold on. I think Spencer needs to jump in.
Well, of course, we're going to jump into the first round of Quizplex. Zach, do you want to do the rules first, or would you like to select a category first?
Well, I was going to do the rules. I thought that was a fair verbiage for my introduction.
That since you can see me waving like an idiot off screen, that I may as well wave like an idiot on screen for a second. So, up to you. You make the call. I'll butt out if you want.
No. Glad to have you. I hate to, peel back the curtain, but are you having problems producing or whatnot, sir?
I don't think so. I'm trying my best and having fun.
Okay. That's all we need, man.
Hey, JP's out of the way, okay? If you thought that I was having issues before, it's usually because I'm giving too much love to the pup.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm going to jump into the explanation of how we play Quizplex. The way this game works is each player in each round will have an opportunity to answer 2 questions from a given category. They will have 10 seconds to verbally answer each of their questions. If they get their first question right, we will move immediately to their second question. While the active player is answering their question, other players may also answer the same question on their whiteboard or paper. If the active player gets their question wrong, the other contestants can be awarded half points if the answers on their whiteboards are correct. In this first round, correct answers for the active player are worth 100 points. Correct answers for questions stolen from the active player are worth 50 points. Gentlemen, are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see pens. Oh, this is getting serious. Props and everything. And with that, I'm going to invite Spencer to pop in and let us know what the category is for round 1. Oh, I got to add you to stream. There we go.
Congratulations. It's me. The wheel is already spinning. And not only that, but the wheel has already selected our first category for this edition of Quizplex. Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary friends, to quote the great Josh Robinson, are you ready for some quizzing on wrestling in movies.
Oh, good category. Good category. Oh, Spencer and I are really like completely in sync. I'm kicking him out while he's trying to kick himself out, and we're just getting a little few blips. Again, we're working through the kinks of this. Don't kink shame us. It's only game 3. Let's have some fun all the same. I'm gonna let you guys play in the order in which you showed up to the live stream. So it's gonna be Reese going first on this very first question. Are we ready, friend?
Yeah, let's do this.
Excellent, excellent. So your first question, sir. Let me just pop in. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. There we go. In 1994, Tim Burton directed the film Ed Wood. The role of Tor Johnson, real-life professional wrestler, was played by which other real-life professional wrestler? Reese,
Right, it's going to be a guess, but I'm going to go with Zeus.
Zeus is not the correct answer. Foul, Cody, do you, on your whiteboards or paper, have the correct answer to this one?
I have a guess.
Okay, show them to the camera.
Okay. Oh.
Cody's got Jesse Ventura. And Foul.
George the Animal Steel.
George the Animal Steel is correct. That's 50 points for Foul Original. Those were excellent guesses. I would have definitely veered towards one of those as well. But the correct answer, George the Animal Steel. Great film too. I'm not.
Who let him in a movie?
Sorry?
Who let him in a movie?
Again, just an inspired casting director is who let him into the film. Reese, your next question. We got one more question for you before we move on to the next active player. Your question: in the 2019 film Fighting with My Family, who portrayed AJ Lee during the film's wrestling scenes?
I'm gonna say Chelsea Green because I've seen her wrestle in another movie, but I don't know whether it was her here. But so yeah, Chelsea Green.
I'm sorry to say that Chelsea Green is not the correct answer of this particular question. Cody, Foul Original. We got Tia Trinidad, Zelina Vega. Tia Trinidad, Zelina Vega. That's 50 points each for Cody and Foul. Reese, there's still plenty of time in round 1 to get on the board. We've seen big comebacks on this show, and again, we want you to have that redemption story. This could be your night, my friend. Oh, message from Mr. J in the chat room. They're our one and only host of Poetry of a Promo and our key introductor extraordinaire. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Quizplex. You love it, you need it, you can't get enough of it. That is Quizplex. Mr. J, I apologize for not handling the gravitas as you do. And yes, once again, correct answer, Tia Trinidad, Zelina Vega. With that, the next question is a series of questions are going to go to Foul Original. Foul, your first question, sir. Nacho Libre is amazingly loosely based on a true story of a legendary Mexican luchador who retired in 2011. Who is this luchador?
I don't know the answer. I'm going to take a wild guess. Yeah. Okay.
Wild guesses are the best.
I take a wild guess and I'll give my comedy guess after. But the wild legitimate guess is going to be I don't know. Yeah, I'll just give him my comedy guess. Jack
Please
Black.
give the comedy guess.
Jack
Sorry?
Black.
Jack Black. Legendary luchador Jack Black.
He was on an episode of Velocity.
I'm afraid that will not be the correct answer. Reese, Cody, do you have an answer for this one? Cody says Blue Demon. Reese says Valador Jr. I'm afraid neither answer is correct. The answer is Frey Tormenta. Ooh, Spencer, man, you are pulling some very difficult questions in your research projects, my friend. We need to...
Do you know how much time I have in my spare life? Of course, I've got a lot of time for the research project.
I thought I put in my contract no Frey Tormenta questions.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sure we'll make it up to you in the following rounds.
That's all right. They put one in. That's how they get away with it. It's like the No Homers Club.
With that, Fowl, your second question coming at you hot. What was the name of Mickey Rourke's character in The Wrestler?
Ram the Ram. No, not Ram the Ram. It's not Ram the Ram. Oh my God, that was ridiculous. Not Ram the Ram. Oh my God. That's all like a Ronnie the Ram. That's as much as I can think of. Ronnie the Ram?
Oh, you're going to kick yourself after this. Reese, Cody, what are your answers? Randy the Ram and Randy the Ram. Oh, Fowl, my heart is breaking for you, sir, on that one. You had it. You were the first active player of the game to get the answer correct, but it eluded you. You okay?
Them's the breaks, I guess. Them's the breaks. I knew this was no holds barred when I came into it. That's fine.
I'm going to tell you how to deactivate the slime trap just out of mercy, my friend. So
Please,
I'll get to you after air. And with that, Cody, your series of questions begins with the following question. In Ready to Rumble, the 2000 film about two wrestling fans on a mission to help their favorite wrestler reclaim the world title, which real-life wrestler served as David Arquette's stunt double?
Purposely giving me a RJ City's tag partner question. Oh God, who would have been his?
Pay attention to the ticker. Actually, we've got a multiple choice on this particular question.
Okay,
We got Shane Helms, Billy Kidman, Jamie Noble, or Terry Funk.
You know what? Just based off of look, I have to go. I'm gonna say that it's Billy Kidman.
I'm afraid. Well, actually, I guess it's too late now, but I guess I should be more mindful of these multiple choice questions. Billy Kidman is not the correct answer. So Fowl and Reese, by process of elimination, you have a chance to claim 50 points for each of yourselves. Fowl,
I wrote B down, mate. I wrote B. It's too late.
I appreciate you get I'm going to award you one honesty point. So thank you for that, sir. Reese, what do you got?
I've also got Kidman.
I'm afraid Kidman is not the correct answer. The answer is Shane Helms. Shane Helms served as the stunt double for David Arquette in that film. But again, 1 point for each of you. Seriously, honesty is the best policy. Thank you, everyone, for that one.
I like how I said based off of look, as if David Arquette had a long mullet at that time.
Josh Robinson in the comments saying, oh, hey, Josh. Good to see you dropping by. Thank you, my friend. And with that, we're going to move on to Cody's second question. What future WWE legend, Spencer, we're going to have words after this, played Hutch in the 1991 movie Suburban Commando?
Future WWE legend, huh? God, I'm gonna go Zeus for that one.
I'm afraid Zeus is not the correct answer. Foul original. Reese, do you have answers on this one? This is a tough one. It's my mind for Suburban Commando. It immediately goes to Hulk Hogan. I've never actually seen the film, but obviously he's not playing Hutch. This is another.
I have a guess, but I think I'm possibly thinking of Hutch from Starsky and Hutch, based off the looks. But
I wish it was Kurt Hennig. The world needs more Kurt Hennig, but I'm afraid that is not the correct answer. Foul. What's your?
I haven't written anything down, but I'm just gonna guess. I'm just gonna guess straight out. I guess a dog of some kind. Oh no, it can't be a dog. Wait. So no, I don't know the answer. Sorry.
That's no apologies on Quizplex. The correct answer is The Undertaker.
What?
Yeah, that's a tough question. Spencer, you are seriously these are tough as nails question. I think we're gonna have to start grading these.
There's a very limited pool to pull from in wrestlers in television history. And I would really regret / feel bad if I was to ask another question about Captain Insano.
I mean, you can't have too many Captain Insano questions. I don't believe you can anyway. Spencer, I'm actually going to keep you in the stream. That's 2 drinks for anyone who's keeping track at home.
I was hoping you'd catch it.
But with that, can you let us know what the scoreboard is as we finish up round 1?
I would be more than happy to. And for the first time following round 1, we have a tie. Unfortunately, we've got Reese in second place. We'll call it second place right now with a solid 51 points. Our remaining 2 competitors are both tied at 101 following the courtesy point that Zach awarded, of course, without my consent.
Hey, I can take liberties on this show.
You're the host, man. I just am here to press buttons and donate blood, apparently, as of today's episode.
Thank you for joining us on round 1. We're going to be back with round 2 after this short message.
Ladies and gentlemen, isn't it incredible how little or how much these people know? This is a pre-recorded message, so I don't actually know how much has been answered wrong and how much is being answered correctly. I'm only assuming that there is a lot of wrong answers, because I have no faith in humanity. By the way, you are tuned in to Quizplex on lovewrestling.ca. We are currently on an intermission between people getting answers wrong and people getting answers right about professional wrestling, right here on lovewrestling.ca. Stay tuned. The show will return momentarily. Oh, what's that? I had to vamp more because, contestants needed a break? So, alright, fine. I'm here again with a not-so-recorded message to say, yes, you are still here, and yes, people cannot respect guidelines of 30 seconds or less. I don't care if you have to go to the bathroom. Save that for later. This is time for Quizplex. You need to be here and stay here. Because it's Quizplex, and where else would you rather be?
Oh, I spent the last 30 seconds of that trying to compose myself before we jumped back live. I hope our contestants don't feel too harshly roasted by Mr. J, but I think he means it in good fun, so he's got that going for him, I suppose. I want to call everyone's attention to this first comment that we got tonight, actually. Just, a little off topic, but it actually kind of informs where the show is going to be, where Quizplex will be going. He asked, what do we think of the Impact Wrestling moving to Thursday, which is a great question. We of course started this live stream at 9 p.m. tonight. We're going to be moving it to after Impact Wrestling to better accommodate the wrestling fans, which means we're going to be a bigger pain in the ass for the likes of Reese and Fowl Original when they want to join us from across the pond on this very game show. But we gotta serve the people. So I thank you both for understanding.
It's all right. The European, we've had to deal with this for years. Don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. It's interesting. I don't know what I watch Impact. I don't watch Impact as much, I think, as I watch the other products. But I think moving it to Thursday, I might actually end up watching it on a Friday. In the UK, I'll watch it on a Friday in the daytime. It feels like that kind of show, but it was just, I think it was caught in the middle of the week, and there's hard to find time to watch the millions of hours of wrestling there is at the moment and Absolutely. Absorb it all.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. Reese, I'll start with you. What are you watching wrestling wise these days?
So I watch pretty much as I can, whatever I can find time for. So, WWE, AEW, Impact, I mostly only watch for pay-per-views, New Japan as well, but mainly just the big shows. Back before the pandemic hit, I was traveling around the UK every single weekend, going to a different show, all around Wales, England. So it's a shame I can't do that at the moment, but it just means more time to watch wrestling on the TV.
Absolutely. And Cody, what are you watching these days?
I watch all of the WWE products. I watch AEW every once in a while, but like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT UK, I think I'm the only one watching 205 Live. You can see viewers in the middle, and it just says 1, so I'm pretty sure I'm the only one there. But it's nice to have your own show that they're giving just for you, you know?
Absolutely. An audience of 1. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. And with that, we're going to jump into round 2, in which questions are going to be worth a little more this time. Spencer, if you'll drop us with the rules breakdown, there it is. In round 2, correct answers for the active player are going to be worth 200 points, and correct answers for questions stolen from the active player are worth 100 points. And of course, with that, Spencer, want to let us know what round 2's question category will be?
I would be delighted to, my friend, and it actually takes after my favorite Army/Navy general. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going into general wrestling trivia.
I see what you did there. Thank you, Spencer. And with that, we're going to kick it off once again with Reese. Your first question from General Wrestling Trivia. China was trained by which WWF Hall of Famer?
All right, I'm going to say Killer Kowalski, but I think I'm probably getting mixed up with Triple H there.
I am trying to open the right folders to confirm that or deny that. The answer is Killer Kowalski. And with 2, that's an additional 200 points to you, sir. Well done. And we're going to move. Actually, you know what? That's the first time the active player got their question right. So bravo to that one, sir. We're also going to move on to your second question immediately. Who is the only wrestler to have an action figure modeled after them during their runs in WWE, WCW, ECW, and TNA? It's good. This is a good problem-solving one.
Yeah, I'd probably have to say Raven.
Raven is correct. Once again, another 200 points. See, we told you that there's like ample opportunity for comebacks on this show. And I think you might, again, we'll confirm at the end of the round, certainly, but I think you might have taken the lead right there. WrestleManiac says RVD. I'm afraid that is not correct, but, well, I mean, okay, no, he wouldn't have had a run in WCW. Would he?
No, I don't think he has a TNA action figure either.
No,
he was Robbie V in WCW, wasn't he, for a short while? But yeah, he wasn't big enough to have himself an action figure back then.
Yeah, he was just one of the many people that WCW signed for the sake of signing people and keeping them by the catering area. But with that, Fowl, we're going to move on to your set of questions. Your first question, sir. How many times has Kane been a tag team champion? To clarify, we're talking about Kane. We're not trying to trick you up with Glenn Jacobs or Fake Diesel or Dr. Isaac Yankem, nothing like that.
Cool.
This is actually very tough.
Like, I'm trying to count. Like, I know that the Brothers of Destruction had like a WCW run at one point. Like, they had the WCW tag titles. So I'm just trying to work it through. For complete discretion, we absolutely did count WCW title runs because of the Invasion storyline. Absolutely. Yeah, so I would say 8.
I'm afraid 8 is not the correct answer. Reese, Cody, what answers do you have?
I've gone for 11. I think it's going to be a lot more than you'd think. Just all the different tag teams he's had across the years.
Yeah,
I crossed off multiple times thinking of, I was like, oh yeah, Hurricane. Oh yeah, RVD. And I went 11.
I'm afraid 11 is not the correct answer. The correct answer is 13. 3 times with The Undertaker, twice with The Big Show, twice with Mankind, twice with X-Pac, once with RVD, once with Hurricane, and once in Team Hell No with Daniel Bryan. When you talk about prolific tag team wrestlers, by accolade alone, Kane is left out of the conversation, and he really shouldn't be. But that's just your host's 2 cents.
Well, as he said, he is the tag team champions.
Sorry? He is the tag team champions, absolutely. Spencer Love in the comments, which is curious, admiring our handsome producer. If we can have 2 Kanes and 2 Diesels. I guess we can have two Spencers.
Gosh, that was nice. Always here for the fans.
And with that, forgive me, I might have lost track. I think we're on Foul's second question. Yes?
Yep.
Yeah, excellent. So let's jump into that. What was the main event of the very last Starrcade held under the WCW banner? Now, this is just my opinion. I feel like this match has no place as a main event of Starrcade. But again, don't let that color your opinion. This is just color your answer. That is just my one sole opinion.
Okay, around this time in the year 2000, main event of Starrcade, of the very last Starrcade. Oh wait, of the very last Oh no, wait, that's why I'm confusing myself here. I'm thinking of something else. All right, so I think the answer is in my brain, which I'm going to get at in a second. The answer is, I would say the answer is probably Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner versus.
Gotta take a guess, man. You're running out of time. I've given you liberty.
Okay. Yeah, Big Papa. That's all I can think of. Big Papa Pump versus someone. That's all I could give you. Sorry.
I'm afraid the main event of Starrcade 2000 was not a one-man show, so I will have to move on to Reese and Cody to see what they got for their responses. Cody's got Jeff Jarrett versus Booker T, and Reese has Steiner versus Sid. Reese, you got the correct answer. Foul, again, you were halfway there. Bon Jovi, Scott Steiner, Sid Vicious. Well done. Well played, sir.
As it happened, that just happened to be one I did a review of very recently, so pretty lucky there.
Happenstance. You got to love it. Cody, we're going to move on to your set of questions. WrestleManiac, Booker T versus Jarrett. Oh, very close. Very close. I definitely think that's the main event scene at the time, certainly.
I think he was questioning me for even guessing it.
Maniac has been a friend of the show. I think I don't think he'd be I don't think he gets involved in roasting through the comments and whatnot.
He's destroying me.
Cody, your questions. Which two wrestlers performed in the opening contest of the very first WCW Monday Nitro broadcast on September 4th, 1995, Mall of America show?
Okay.
This is
really tough. WCW is definitely a weak point for me. I remember like Luger being a surprise of that one, but I think that probably would have been later in the show. I'm gonna say they went with like some like cruiserweight action maybe off the top. So I'm gonna go with Guerrero Malenko.
Guerrero Malenko would be a hell of a way to kick off the broadcast, but I'm afraid that is not the correct answer. Reese, Foul, do you have an answer for us?
I know half of it for sure. I'm not sure about the other half.
Liger versus Malenko. And what do you got, Foul?
Jumping Jeff Farmer versus Virgil.
Well, that's another contest I would like to see for other reasons. But indeed, Reese was half correct. The answer was Flying Brian Pillman versus Jushin Thunder Liger, which that's how you kick off a flagship broadcast, I must say. With that, Cody, we're going to move on to your second question. Your question, true or false, Roddy Piper has never competed at SummerSlam?
Oh man, everyone gets a steal if I get this wrong.
Well, you know what? Just for the sake of it, Foul Reese, please write your answers now. Oh, my hat's really doing weird things in this green screen. Don't kink shame. We'll fix it.
I feel like I would only be asked this if it was a trick question. Like this is messing with my head, man. But I also feel like maybe like later, I know he had that weird like 2003 like tag title run too, and there was a lot of weird Orton stuff. Never competed. I mean, you know what? It's a trick question. I'm saying false. Or no, true.
Okay, we're saying true. We're locking it in with true, okay? Is that good?
Oh, yeah.
Are you okay? Do you need a moment?
I wrote true first as well, but my God, your truth was better than my truth there. That was real truth. That was pure truth from your soul, man.
True across the board with a dramatic photo finish by Cody getting his answer in. Spencer, why don't you jump in and tell us how we're doing on the scoreboard?
Well, and to be honest, I feel like the comment is an appropriate one for me hopping back in. Of course, Maniac, you're not the worst, but you're
not the worst.
Going to drink now, my friend. That was a hell of a competition through the second round. To be honest, I feel like you said, Zach, we got our first actual correct answers on the show, which is nice once you get 3 months into the run of anything. Right now, though, we had a big comeback from the formerly last place Reese, bumping up into 551, sitting at number one right now. Next up, we've got Cochran with 301. And last but not least, both in our hearts and on the scoreboard, Foul Original sitting at 201. It's a tight contest swinging into the end of it. I'm real excited. It's been very fun to produce, but honestly, it has been just as fun to watch.
You said it, my friend. And with that, we're going to head to our last commercial break. Get ready to be roasted by Mr. J one more time, certainly. And we'll be back with our third and final round of the evening.
Mr. J back here once again, reminding you are watching LoveWrestling.ca presents Quizplex. Yes, that's right. I tried to do a vocal effect. Sue me, it didn't work. It's not my fault. I am dealing with archaic technology and incompetent people as technicians. You're all fired. I do apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. However, I do hope, beyond hope, that you are enjoying this evening's episode of Quizplex right here on LoveWrestling.ca, and we do hope that you will enjoy the rest of our content over on LoveWrestling.ca, but mostly mine. In fact, if you could, go over to LoveWrestling.ca and look up Poetry of a Promo. I would be forever grateful for your attention. Oh, I'm being told not to plug my own product anymore. So moving right along. Hasn't this evening been wonderful? Hasn't it been great? I'm only assuming because I am not watching as per usual.
Mr. J, it's one thing to roast us, but to blatantly lie when we know you're watching, you're in the comments, you're supporting us in your own, in your own brand. Don't lie, man. It's beneath you. But thank you for tuning in all the same. We love you. Tune into Poetry of a Promo. Hell of a show. All of your favorite wrestling promos reimagined as spoken word poetry. It's magnifique. There it is. Poetry of a Promo. You can follow it on Twitter and Instagram, along with @lovewrestling.ca. We are heading into the third and final round. And guys, there's still opportunity for a big comeback because this round is worth a whole mess of points. This third round is only one question for each of you. There's still going to be the opportunity for you to steal the points. But if you get the answer correct while you're the active player, you get 500 points. Correct answers for questions stolen from the active player are worth 250. With that, Spencer, why don't you pop back in? Why don't you make us all drink one more time and let us know what the...
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Oh, no, we're good. I didn't forget it, but you got to drink twice.
Ah.
Not only am I overtly hilarious and someone well worth tuning into as well here on Love Wrestling CA, but I'm also someone who's overly prepared for the final round of questioning here on Quizplex. It's a fun one. We are hopping into the music scene. Fowl, I've got to give you a quick shout out because I always enjoy the random tunes you throw out on Twitter. So I feel like you might have the competitive advantage on this one, but we're hopping into music in professional wrestling.
Absolutely beautiful. Apropos for our third and final round, we're going to keep the same order for the order of active players. Reese, you are first. Our question for you. After leaving WWE for those who speak not Zach, Lita started a band. What was the name of that band?
The Lucha Salts.
Oh, very close, my friend, but that is not the correct answer. Foul, Cody, what do you have for us?
I thought maybe she jumped into Jeff Hardy's.
Oh, man, that sounds more dramatic than the Beatles, man. That sounds like a lot. But
that might explain his TNA music then, when he first turned up in TNA. That could explain a lot of it. I went with Vicious. I don't know why. I feel like that's something that I feel like would be the answer.
I'm afraid there's no correct answers for that one. The correct answer is the Luchagores. The Luchagores, which again, if we don't applaud the music itself, we have to applaud the wordplay. Luchagores, what a great name. Fowl, we're going to move on to you. Your question as the active player is as follows. Which former NXT champion starred in the music video for Miles Kane's Cry on My Guitar? Whoa.
That's a question, right? Okay, straight guess. I'm gonna throw out Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano is not the correct answer. Cody, Reese, what do you have for us? Cody with Seth Rollins, Reese with Bo Dallas. I'm afraid there's going to be no points awarded for this one because the answer is Finn Balor. Guys, woof, that's a tough one. But now I kind of want to go watch the music video. Spencer, can we take a break? No, he's shaking his head no at me. Sorry, we'll have to look up Cody Kane afterwards. My apologies to everyone. We got time limits and stuff. Cody, your question. Last question of the evening. The music video for the song "Headlock on My Heart" saw Hulk Hogan play a wrestler named Starlight Starbright that at the end of the video marries the song's artist. Who sang the song?
Oh my God. I'm going to say, oh God.
I'm going to give you all the time in the world because, man, this is such a good question. I don't want this moment to end.
Yeah. God, no matter who it is, I'm going to be uncomfortable. I'm going to go with a very weird one of, let's just say it's Canada's own Celine Dion.
I absolutely wish, but that is not the correct answer. Foul original, Reese on wrestling. Last chance to answer questions here. Jimmy Hart.
I mean, it's on brand.
It would be very on brand, and frankly, so would Cyndi Lauper, as per Rice on Wrestling's answer. But man, the first thing I am doing after this broadcast is looking up this music video because the correct answer is Dolly Parton.
That makes sense, actually.
I've seen the video, yeah. The second you started describing, I was like, I know this video. I've seen the video. I just can't figure out who it is. When you said Celine Dion, you know what? I was like, that's the answer. That is the answer.
Oh, friends, that was an absolutely competitive, tremendous amount of fun that we had tonight on Quizplex, but there can only be one winner unless there was a tie, in which case we don't really have a protocol for such things. But either way, Spencer, why don't you pop on in? Let us know what the scoreboard looks like. Ah! Oh no!
Oh, I hate that.
Oh no! Oh, yeah, I second that, Cody. I hate that so much. Spencer, please get rid of it.
I feel like Hogan used that outfit in Thunder in Paradise for a similar wedding as well, like the same exact jacket.
Oh, wow, that was beautiful. No! Don't do that to me again. He's going to like start peppering that in like on broadcast where no one knows what's going on and we've forgotten about that question, but it's just going to haunt me. It's going to haunt me and I'm not ready for it. Spencer, put me out of my misery with this and please let us know who won Quizplex number 3.
I mean, if we can get real here, the true winner is me. I enjoyed all of the last 2 minutes so wholeheartedly. And Zach, I'm not even going to bother sending you a message on what we should clip after this because you get the gist. Fortunately, I wouldn't have had to have done anything other than show a wonderful, beautiful picture of Mr. Starlight Starbright himself. After the third round, the final round, the most beautiful, glorious round, I believe, in Quizplex history. In third place, we've got Foul Original sitting at 201, who I highly recommend that if you guys are watching, you give a follow. In second place, we've got Cochrane, which I should confirm. Am I pronouncing it right? Because I only read it. I hopped in late.
It'd just be Cody or Cochrane. Cody Crane.
Cool. In second place, Cochrane. That's way more fun to say. With 301 points and the winner of a $25 gift certificate to Pro Wrestling Tees and the Hand Slap Jamboree winner, it's Reson Wrestling with 551 points and more importantly, redemption on the finest quizzing show on Twitter.
We actually have a little message from last game's winner, professional wrestler, the Canadian Goose. He would like you to use your funds to buy a Canadian Goose t-shirt, which, you know, that's at your discretion. We're not going to endorse this decision. But all the same, Reese, you're going to be invited to our championship game. This is our third game, so therefore we have 3 winners. Is that right, Spencer? And you're going to be facing off with Kyle Shaw as well as Lawrence, who I don't know if he's in the chat room right now, but championship game coming up. Hope you're available. Congratulations, sir. Well done. Well done.
Thanks, yeah. And well done to the fellow contestants as well. It was a lot of fun doing this. I had a blast.
And thank you so much. Friends, before we let you go, please let the audience know where they can follow you. We'll start with Cody. We'll move on to Fowl, and we'll move on to Cody. On to Reese. I apologize.
Yeah, you can follow me anywhere at Cochrane, as well as follow at Spooked Podcast. Check out Spooked, right at 5 stars if you feel like it.
Oh, was it me next? Sorry. Yes, you can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube. I'm Reson Wrestling on all of them. That's spelt with a RHYS. Or you can just find me in the Love Wrestling comments section. I'm usually in there.
Stop putting Dolly Parton on the screen, Spencer. Get rid of that.
I feel like he's just haunting me.
Forever and always. And Fowl, yourself, sir.
Well, you can follow me around the supermarket, but keep your distance and at least pay for half of my groceries. Or you can follow me on Twitter at Fowl_original. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/FowlOriginalWrestling. Weekly show on there, weekly wrestling recap every Wednesday. And also, keep an eye on to my Twitter. I've got some weird stuff coming out in the future in a good way very, very soon, actually. So come and check that out. Why don't you, please? Radio Foul's coming back as well, actually. So if you've got a chance and you want to come check that out, go and check out at Radio Foul on Twitter and Instagram. There's stuff up there now, and there'll be better stuff up there soon. That's a kind of promise.
Magnifique. Thank you so much, friends. If you want to be involved in future games of Quizplex, and of course I'm speaking to those watching the live stream and watching the replay, the best way to do so is to become part of the Love Wrestling Patreon. Patreon members get exclusive access to our Discord, and Discord members get priority participation in future games of Quizplex. Once again, friends, thank you so much for being a part of this, and
I'm fucking done.
Ladies and gentlemen, the points have been tallied, the winners have been announced, the losers have been sent packing, and I am still, as ever, Mr. J, better than everyone that competed tonight. It is, as always, a fact of life. In case you're wondering when this lovely, lovely show will be returning, it is the last Thursday of each and every month, right here on lovewrestling.ca. We hope that you will return next month, and we hope that you enjoyed this evening's festivities and the competition and the knowledge. Until next time, ta-ta.